Hey there, everybody. Hopefully, everyone's doing pretty good. If anyone has any questions, let me know. So, yeah, I started off with Headshot 2 last night. I actually worked on it for a few more hours. I had a really late night working on looking into it and kind of messing around with it and seeing what exactly went wrong with the first import. And I kind of found out a couple of things, and not only that, but I started having an opinion towards Headshot 2, and I'll kind of go over it, but let me just go and bring in this character again. So when it comes to Headshot, so we do head. Basically, there's images, not only that, but there's also a little mesh that you can bring in. So let's actually get this in. So let me just quickly bring this in. So yeah, you want to make sure everything is at 0, 0, and 0. And now you want to make sure it's in front. Okay. Sorry about that. I'll be back in 1 second. Sorry about that. Just having some weather issues coming up, so just gotta make sure everything's prepared. Alright, so yeah, this is the mesh here. So it's going to be an OBJ. This came from TEXTURINGXYZ that Real Illusion uses, so I bought a head. And now I'm going to just kind of put in a couple of textures. Hopefully I'm still live. Sorry, I didn't make it. Took a little longer than expected. Yeah, XYZ, Texturing XYZ has 16K textures. They're in the XR format, but it's going to crash your program if you try to load it in. So I went to Photoshop and reduced it to 4K, which is probably the best, which is probably the more optimal resolution. So just put it into your diffuse. And we're going to do one for normals. So the only thing you need to worry about is normal and bump. Let's actually just kind of increase here and slightly increase here. Yeah. So just kind of mess with the skin texture a bit. Okay. I apologize, sir. Yeah, sorry, I had to make sure kind of prepare for this storm that's showing up. Alright, so hopefully, am I muted? Can anyone hear me? Alright, let's check everything is good. Okay, so yeah, I adjusted textures here. You kind of notice that this is just a head. There's going to be seams in there's seams up here. That's okay. But before you turn in the mesh, you got to make sure it's facing forward. So it's easy, just kind of click on this, or you can click on F. F is your hotkey. So make sure it's on that. The next thing is now that there's two, when it comes to headshot 2, there's the image and a mesh. We're going to select mesh and go to start head generation. Okay. So there's 24 points initially when it comes to these characters, but it depends on like exactly how many. So if we do the 32, it's just going to count for the skull and the ears and the back of the head. 35 is probably the most detail. For this kind of character, I would go with 35 instead of the 24. But when you do auto detection, it doesn't do 35. It only does 24. So you're going to have to go in and kind of do some editing, which isn't too bad, actually. So, yeah, I want to make sure all the points are good here. So I'm just going to make sure that we're going to move just this here slightly. And you're going to have to make some adjustments no matter what, because you can tell with the nose it's a little off. And you want it to be just kind of like here, like what it's shown. Whoops. We didn't want to make a new point. So just kind of slowly adjust here. And why you want to do this is because this is I ran into this issue where it just didn't match up. Like the nose was a little off. That's because I didn't set my points right. I just kind of overlooked it. So you want to just get to the fine points here and just kind of adjust like this. If you don't, your model is going to look bad. It's not going to properly adjust. But if you do it right, it's going to, you'll find out what the results are once I start messing with it. I guarantee you this, it is actually, it is worth the trouble. Just double check. Don't just bring it in and overlook this. You gotta just adjust. Otherwise you're not going to get the best results. Okay. So I'm just going to adjust the mouth. Okay. So this will help with like the UV mapping and everything, making sure it's good. Okay. So next thing is we need to go to the ears. I'm probably going to be editing, like I said, I'm going to go back and kind of cut the dead air out. So if you when I'm done reviewing it, when I'm done, I'll probably go back and edit it. Hopefully, I might. You know what? I'll probably forget because that happens. But yeah, just make sure that ears match. Here. Okay. Ears are good. So we're going through here. Right here. And right here. Just making sure everything looks good. Very good. Okay, so the next one is going to be, we're at 30. So 31 is going to be the top of the head. That's why I had that little issue, like the character looked like one of the cone heads from Saturday Night Live, if anyone remembers that, because I didn't set this right. So making sure, probably here, and then let's go to the back of the head and click on this. There we go. It's really not that bad. You just got to double check and make sure everything is good, but it's just kind of putting points in. It'll do the rest for you. You just got to put the points in at the right places. Alright, so back to the front. So we're at, what, 32? 32? Yep. Even says right up here. So you have to go right here. You know, this is the, the throat here. Put up in the throat. Just like that. Okay. And now for the mouth. Lips, mouth. Okay, and I think it should do it. We'll see if I screwed it up. I'm going to get better at this. Like like this will take some practice. This is something I want to bring up. You're going to need a lot of practice. It's going to take you quite a few attempts to get it right. But once everything kind of rolls along, it's actually pretty impressive. Like, it's right here. So far, we're off to a pretty good... yeah, this is actually looking pretty good so far. So let's actually refine the mesh. And make sure everything's right. So... yeah, there's a couple of things you need to know. This is the mesh, CC mesh, what it's going to look like in the end. So if something appears like sticking out really badly, I don't. No, actually, this is actually fairly close. Well, I'll find out. I'll screw it up and, yeah, you kind of notice that there's things like sticking out and it doesn't match. You can just make adjustments. Here, you can use some ICLONE and then kind of iron out everything here. No, this is looking pretty good. Alright, so I'm going to attach the body and see what happens and do source mesh. We're going to do 496. We can actually do 8K textures. Weird. I don't want to because it's going to crash my system. We're going to female, no mask, and generate. And let's see what the disaster is going to be. Did I screw it up? That's the question. Did I screw this up? I did practice with it, And not only that, but you can actually make adjustments and go back and forth just in case things don't work out very well. But we'll find out. need more coffee. So I didn't get much sleep last night, just kind of focusing, like practicing. I brought this head back and forth between character creator like multiple times. I might get an iPhone to do LiDAR. I'll probably put my own face in. Like these little cameos. But I could see like Daz heads, anybody like if you can bring in a Daz head and just quickly bring it in without all that drama. That could be done. I don't know. Okay, let's see what I did wrong. Some of the ears, but to be honest with you, the ears are a little off, but not bad. Not bad at all. So yeah, let's get a couple of things. One, she needs eyebrow. She needs eyes, so let's get her some eyes. Replace it. Okay. And let's give her an actor profile. Go with the CC4 extended 140, and let's see, blink. Yeah, we're gonna have to fix the blink. Okay, not bad, not bad at all. Okay, and like that, but let's also give her some wrinkles. There we go with the deep uniform. Yeah, this is actually this isn't bad actually. This is actually quite impressive. At first I was kind of really skeptical about Headshot 2 because the first Headshot I don't know. It was more like something I could put in for like background characters and all that, but not for a main character. But with this, with the head mesh option, I could actually do this. And not only that, but you can get some really good results. Probably have to clean up the ears, but that's about it. Everything else, you could tell there's skin gen here from the micro normals. Yeah, probably. No, I think this is pretty good for what it is. Let's give her some hair or something. Let's start with give her some eyebrows. Alright, let's just apply that. Fix the eyelashes a bit. Okay. Give her some hair. Okay. Okay. So I'm close, make sure so I don't get my string pulled down whenever. Okay, so let's give her a pose. I might as well send her to ICLONE. Yeah, actually, we'll send her to ICLONE. I'll show you how it works out. Just want to make sure all the facial expressions are good. Blink. Okay. And let's send this character to ICLONE. Let's actually... No, we don't ICLONE. Okay. So let's send the character to ICLONE. And see what works. Do an animation test. I'll show you. What's the skin for this character? Not bad at all. So it creates the PBR files. default, but still. How's it? Can you bring in this character for me, please? ICLONE, can you please do that? Oh, never mind. I did it. Okay. See how the eyes are? Yeah, overall, not bad. Not bad at all. I'll have to find another 3D scan head and bring that in as well. Yeah, so that's Headshot 2 in a nutshell. Yeah, I can probably bring in another head and try this out and see if it works. Currently, kind of looking around if anyone has any suggestions for sites or anything like that. I can try to bring it in and we can experiment and see what works. But yeah, I'm impressed. If you're looking to bring in, if you have like a bunch of 3D scans and want to bring them in, and you have a bunch of 3D heads, I would definitely say Headshot is worth it. It's pretty easy to bring it in. It takes some practice, but once you get it down, get the system down and everything, it's actually quite impressive. So anyway, just going to log off. I'm going to just kind of run around for a bit, get some work done as well, and make some edits too. So I'll cut the dead air out for anybody who wants to see it. So thank you for watching.